Hey everyone, it's Danielle,
And Ashley.
And Tricia.
and welcome back to another video, another TBR video. In this video, we are going to be giving you our TBR, but a little bit different. We are heading into the summer. I have 2 months off of work.
I
Oh.
don't.
I get the first week of July off.
I don't.
It's okay. But also this summer, we got a lot of fun videos planned. We've got a lot of hanging out that we are going to do together. We might have some trips or two that we're taking together. So that means our TBRs are full for the summer, and we are going to be sharing our entire summer TBR with you here right now. Let's
Whoop,
get
whoop.
into it. All right, so starting off, we are going to tell you what our book club books are. I have my little book club book list that I like to keep here.
I love this.
Our July book club, Ashley, if you will hold it up on screen, is Finding Mr. Right by Kelley Armstrong. And yeah, we're not going to tell you. Are we going to tell them the premise?
No.
No.
We could just say that it's a romance book, like her first, like Kelley Armstrong's first romance book.
It is, and if you're like, hey, I've heard Kelley Armstrong, that name sounds familiar, it's because these two love Kelley Armstrong. But she typically doesn't write romances, right? So
No.
we're excited to dive into a Kelley Armstrong romance.
Yes. She'll write books that have romances in them, but this is her
Yeah.
first like romance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the romance is the main
I
focus of
see. Awesome. Our August read, now we've been doing pick the hold on, hold. Our August read is courtesy of Tricia. We've been doing pick the book for book club. That's your month, like your birth month. And so Tricia's birthday is in August. So
it.
just like how I picked the May book club book, she is picking the August one, and she picked Payback's a Witch by who?
Lena Harper.
I know nothing about this book. I'm so excited to go into it. Ashley, do you know anything about the book?
No.
So I'm excited to go into it blind. I love going into our book club books blind. So yeah, that is what we will be reading for August. For both of those books, they will have their own separate videos. So
Mhm.
look out for those at the end of July and the end of August. Now, since this is a TBR for the summer and we have a lot of books to get through, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the person who has the least amount of books on their TBR, and then we'll go from there. And we'll try and keep the descriptions to a minimum because we have so many to get through. All right, so first up, we have Ashley's summer TBR.
Yeah, so my TBR is quite ambitious for me considering I'm back to work and have a toddler.
Mm.
But let's get to it. And I'll be very quick. I won't say like too much about it. But I am so first I'm gonna say Death at a Highland Wedding by Kelley Armstrong. Oh, go figure. I have already started it. I believe I'm on chapter 2. And yeah, really excited to finish it and get and to finish it. The second book I have already started, and it is Bear and the Nightingale. I had this book on my TBR for so long, but like back during lockdown times. So I think it's about time I read it. And then with this one, I have the two other books. So the second one I believe is The Witch of Wind. No, sorry, whoa. Actually, the second one is The Girl in the Tower. And then the third one is The Witch of Winter. Sorry, I just saw that it said book 3.
Okay, I
So
could
yeah,
have corrected you. I have the first two books on my TBR for future.
so yeah, planning to get through this trilogy. Next book is another trilogy. I'm trying to finish a lot of trilogies I have, and these are my mom's books, so I want to get them back to her. But the Wicked trilogy.
Fun.
So I saw the movie, and that was my first time ever experiencing Wicked. So I'm really excited to read the book. So we got Wicked. The second book is Son of a Witch. The third book is The Lion Among Men. Actually, this is a four books. My mom has the fourth book and didn't give it to me.
Oh dear. Rude.
So I will read these 3 books for summer and then maybe read the 4th book for fall. The next book I'm going to bring up all together too because, oh, no, not this one. Sorry. The next book is the newest book by Ali Hazelwood, which is a problematic summer romance.
Ooh.
I think it's perfect for summer. Right there. So perfect for summer. The next 2 books I'm going to do together. So because it's by the same author, Ashley Poston, I am going to read The 7-Year Split, which is one of her newest books. I believe it is a romance. And then The Dead Romance by her too. I'm trying to finish books of a lot of authors I have. So next book is a book that I originally picked for my birthday month read, but I since switched it, so I'm going to try to read The Jane Austen Society. And then also this book is, I've had it for a long time, and it's called It Happened One Summer.
Well,
I think it's perfect for a summer read. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say the last book? I'm sorry, I did not mean that was the last book. I meant that was the last book in the pile.
Ah.
I've got 4 more books to get through. The next one is Before the Coffee Gets Cold.
Ooh, I've heard of this one. I watched a booktuber and she explained that book and it made me cry. The premise.
Yeah, it's a series.
Yeah. Do you know what the premise is?
Yeah, Ashley's told us.
Ashley, you know what it is, right? It's basically like if you have a conversation with anybody you want, but you have to end the conversation before the coffee gets cold.
So they go into this cafe and have been served carefully brewed coffee for more than 100 years. Local legend says that this coffee offers something else besides coffee to travel back in time. So, yes. So yeah, I've been very much into books that are translated to English from Japanese.
Yeah, that's what that's the kick that you've been on.
Yeah, I've been reading a lot of these books. Next book is also a book that got translated, and it's called The Rainfall Market. I honestly bought this the same time I bought this book. And I bought it mainly because of the cover.
I would never.
I like it.
Right. It's very pretty. I have no idea what it's about, but it looks really good. So the next one, second last book, is I bought this one at a book sale, and it's called The Boardwalk Bookshop.
Ooh.
I think it's very summery. She's laying on the beach. So
I love that. I love that for you.
Yeah, I love getting books that have like book in the title.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna read that one, and then the last book, which is a teeny tiny book, and I've heard nothing but great things from all the booktubers I watch, and it's called The River Has Roots.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
I haven't.
Yeah, it's amazing. I heard it's amazing. Like Peru's Project and Jesse the Reader have both like given it 5 stars. Nice. So yeah, I can't wait to read it. And yeah, that's the end of my TBR for the summer.
Well, that sounds like a great TBR.
Thank you.
All right. So the next TBR that we are going to hear from is Tricia, who's on this side of me, but I'll point in all sorts of different directions. So that way I cover all my bases. All right, take it away, Tricia.
The first book I'm going to talk about, I don't have physically in front of me. I'm listening to this series as an audiobook series because I love the narrator. And this is The Magician's Diary by C.J. Archer. It's book 4 of the Glass and Steel series by her, so I'm not going to say much about it. I recently picked up, there's a secondary series by her that's the Glass Library. I recently picked up one of the books from that series from the library, and now I finished that series. It's now made me want to reread the original series. So I'm currently on The Magician's Diary. If I don't finish that book by the end of June, then I'll finish it in July. If I do finish it in June, then whatever book I'm on in this series will be the next one I talk about. If it's not this one, the correct book that I'm currently reading as of July 1st will be on the screen somewhere. The second book that I want to talk about that we haven't already talked about is See You at the Altar by Rebecca Thorne. This is book 3 of the Tea and Tome series. I saved this book for June because it is, in my opinion, an adorable lesbian relationship. However, it's getting towards the end of June and I haven't finished it yet. So I am enjoying my time in this book, but I do think I'll end up finishing it like early July. So I'm counting it here. I'm not going to tell you anything because it's book 3, but no, they're gorgeous. They have nice straight edges. They're very pretty. And they have adorable end paper, even though they're paperbacks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to finish this one. The next book that I plan on reading is The Apothecary Diaries Volume 2. This I stumbled upon, so a little bit of a spoilery thing. In the summer, Danielle has plans to ingrain herself in new media that she hasn't seen before, and she has asked Ashley and I for ideas for things. And in that, I discovered the anime The Apothecary Diaries on Netflix.
I watched it.
Season. Oh,
we need to talk about it.
Oh, so good.
I've never seen it.
Watch it.
Watch it, and then we can talk about it.
We'll watch it.
It's so good.
So I saw that, and then I went 2 chapters actually to pick up our June book club book, and they didn't have that, but they did have volumes 1 and 3 of the light novel. So this is not the manga that originated it, but they redid it as an actual light novel. So I have already finished volume 1. I had to order volume 2 to start, and I already own volume 3. And like, so good. I'm excited to finish this. Like,
Can I borrow that?
You might want to borrow 1 first.
Yeah, can I borrow book 1?
Of course, number 1.
Can I borrow book 1?
Can I borrow number 1 for please?
Can I borrow book 1?
Yes, you can both borrow it. The next books that I'm going to talk about are because of Danielle. She has told me I have to read this. Ashley has also been told that she has to read this. Danielle has forced Ashley to buy the first book in this trilogy. I currently have 2 in front of me because one of my friends has borrowed the other one, and she has finished it, told me she can't wait for me to read them so that I can talk about them. And that is Butcher and Blackbird. So I have Butcher and Blackbird and Leather and Lark in front of me. I'm reading this for Danielle. We will be talking about them, but those are definitely on my summer TBR. I've been told I have to read them in July.
I'm so excited.
The next book that I want to finish, I've actually started already. This is a library book, and I'm reading it because it's one of Ashley's favorites, is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I haven't finished it because it's such a big book. I haven't been able to sit down and really read it, but I will be finishing this early July. It's gonna happen.
I assume you're renewing it then?
Yeah.
So excited. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. I can't wait. Sorry. I'm playing with the squishy, so just ignore me.
You're good. The next book I want to read this summer is also because of Ashley. and that is Caraval by, hold on, what's her name? It's upside down. Stephanie Garber. Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I plan on reading this because of Ashley. It's a magical carnival kind of thing. So sounds fun. Another book that I plan on reading, I have actually the next two I'm reading as ebooks from the library, so I don't physically have them in front of me. The first one is That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemmings. I recently read the second book of this series, not realizing that it was the second book. I thought it was a standalone. They can be read as standalone, so it's fine, but I just want to see where the story starts, so I'll be reading that. And the second one is I'll Be Waiting by Kelley Armstrong. I'm just a little into this one. I haven't really finished it yet, but I will end up buying it at some point. Right now, I'm reading it as a library book because I can't justify how many books I've been picking up lately. So the library is saving my butt for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
The next one this summer, Danielle has promised she will read with me. So whether she talks about it or not, she is reading it with me.
Okay.
Damn.
The Crash by Frida McFadden.
Well, you know we love a good Frida McFadden around here.
I've had this book for over a month, and I'm waiting for Danielle to be on summer break so I can read it because I'm excited.
Yeah.
And she will be reading it with me. And you may or may not see us read it. The next book is an Alice in Wonderland retelling with a twist, and that is A Blade So Black by L.L. McKinney. You will also see me read this one because it is for a different video that we are filming. I am in the middle of it, but I do know I will be finishing this in July because the video is coming out in July, so I need to get this done. If you know me in everyday life, you'll know that I really like Harley Quinn. You might have noticed I have her Funko Pops all over my shelves in some of our videos. I really like Harley Quinn. So in the summer, I want to read the Harley Quinn Reckoning by Rachel Allen book. This is a retelling where instead of the Joker like making her crazy, it's basically women empowerment in a book, and it's all about misogyny in post-secondary school.
Oh.
I started this about a year ago, and I want to read it again. I just had so much going on that I wasn't able to read it at that point, so I'm going to read it now.
If Poison Ivy's in that book, can I borrow it?
Sure. I can't promise you that she is, but absolutely.
No, I know. I'm just saying that if she is, then
Yeah.
I would like to read it.
Of course. The next book you have already seen me talk about. I did start it. I did not finish it. So I'm going to be restarting it this summer when hopefully work has slowed down a little bit. And that is The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle L. Jensen. Danielle L. Jensen. I read the first little bit of it and enjoyed it, but work got really busy, and this is a book that I need to actually like focus on more than just something that I can easily fly through and not worry about like the intricacies, at least at the beginning of this. So I'm gonna try it again this summer. I'm sure you guys are tired of me speaking.
No, I love listening to your voice.
Now we're at the part of my TBR where it's books that I've had on my TBR for a long time that I want to get to because I've wanted to read them, but something's always taken precedent. The first one of those is Instructions in Dancing by Nicola Yoon.
Oh, that's
perfect book for you.
Anything about dancing, I will read.
Oh my
I
God.
know
That's
nothing
so
about this,
pretty, though.
but
Oh
it
my
says
God.
dancing. It says dancing.
Yeah.
The next book is Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. This gives me vibes of The Cruel Prince. I don't think it's the same, Like I don't think it's like
Oh.
super similar at all, but just
The
the
title.
vibes of
Yeah.
from the reviews I've read or seen without getting into spoilers, like the vibes of Brutal Prince. I could be wrong. I haven't read it yet. I don't know for certain, but I've heard.
Mhm.
And then the next book is The Devouring Grey by Christine Lynn Herman. I have
Oh,
heard great things,
mm-hmm.
so I'll be reading it.
My brother read that book.
I'm excited.
Yeah, he said it's really, really good.
The next book I have physically. I actually have 2 copies of it physically. One my friend has borrowed. The other, it's up there with my box sets, and I didn't want to move the plushies to get it down. And that is Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. I have the first 6 books in that series, and I at least want to get through the first one this summer. It seems really cool. It's something that I've wanted to read for years. So, what better time than the summer?
Mm-hmm.
My next book is Girl Serpent Thorne by Melissa Becherdost. And this is one of those books where I've heard great things about it. I don't know anything specific about it. I'll be going into it blind, but like I've heard great things, and it's so pretty.
Very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you have been paying attention, another name that we have mentioned quite often is Kathy Reichs. And I have recently rediscovered my love of the series. You might have seen a video recently where I talked about it, about like wanting to reread her entire Bones series. So that's what I'm going to do this summer. And the one I have in front of me is Deja Dead. I have already read this one, but I will be rereading all of her books, and then that I own at least, and I will be enjoying my time back in this world. They can be read out of order. While they do have an overarching plot, each book it's like a cop procedural. They can be the actual case in the book is dealt with in the one book.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as Ashley mentioned, there's a recently released book that it seems like a great summer read, and that is Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. And I will absolutely be reading it this summer. The last book that I have in front of me to talk about will be a reread for me. I love a good reread. For me, this is a book that the entire universe I want to either reread or read before I can watch the show that's based on it. And this is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I have already read the original Grisha trilogy, but I do need to read Six of Crows, Crooked Kingdom, King of Scars, all of them before I'm able to watch the show. And I've wanted to watch the show for years. So I will absolutely be rereading this book that I know I love. And that, my friends, is every book that I have in front of me to talk about. But I will be reading more this summer.
All right, and last but certainly not least, my turn. Now, context before we start this. If any of you all have comments about a teacher gets 2 months of summer break, that's not fair. You don't know what I've been through the last 10 months with the children.
Yo, she needs it.
Yeah.
You also don't know how much unpaid overtime she's been doing the last 10 months.
Mm-hmm.
So, come at me. I've got 2 friends who will back me up.
Yeah. We'll fight for her.
Yeah.
So, also
Literally.
context, in the month of July, I am on several different cottage vacations, and I always do my best reading at the cottage. In one cottage weekend, I can easily finish 3 or 4 books. We love a good beach read. We love a good deck read. We love a good rainy day, sit in the reading chair with a blanket read. So I have before you 27 books that I would like to get through. Now, last summer I got through 25, so I don't think this is super overambitious. I'm just saying. So let's get into it. All right, so this is gonna be a little bit long one. So get a snack, get a drink, get some food, change into some comfy clothes. That's what my friends have just done. So my TBR is in 3 different parts. I'm gonna challenge myself a little bit this summer. The first set is just some books I generally like to read. They've been on my shelf for a little bit, or they are authors that these two have recommended to me, that I want to get a little bit more into. So, first book, Wayward by Amelia Hart. I have seen this everywhere on the internet, and apparently it's like really like super feminist or something.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
Yeah,
I think it's that
Let
one.
me know if it's good, okay, Danielle?
Same.
I will. So I'm really excited. It's a dual timeline, which I really like those. 1619 and no, I'm sorry, it's a triple timeline. 2019, 1619, 1942. Oh, girl. All right, I'm excited for that one. The next one is by Kathy Reichs, and it is Flash and Bones. I have seen every episode of the TV show Bones. My sister and I actually used to be really into it together, and before I even knew they were books, I was into the show. And once Tricia told me they were books, I had to get this whole stack here is Kathy Reichs. So I'm excited to start with this one and finally have time to read these. And I think this is going to be a great cottage read, to be quite honest. My next one is a book that Tricia bought me for Christmas. We did a book basket swap. I believe this is one of the ones that you included. We Know You Remember by Tove Alsterdale. This sounds like a very dark, very intense mystery thriller. So I'm really excited for this one. The next one is, we love a good Frida McFadden around here. The Tenant by Frida McFadden. I picked this up at the chapters for their teacher discount. And so this one sounded pretty good. I don't remember what most of these are because they've been on the shelf for a while. But I'm excited. And then I also have The Crash by Frida McFadden. So lots of Frida McFadden, my dears. All right. The next one is, and I will be taking the stickers off soon. I got this at chapters 3 for 10. It's called Murder in the Bookshop. It's a smaller book. I think it's less than 300 pages. And I'm really excited. A nice little murder mystery. We always love
You
those.
guys didn't tell me to get a book about bookshops.
Sorry you didn't get the memo.
I missed the memo. I missed the bus.
My
That
bad.
book I bought a long time ago, so
It's okay.
Well, I probably have a bookstore here, but you didn't tell me.
I'm sorry.
next time we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Won't tell her next time, Ashley. My next book was a recommendation by Ashley, which is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. I've seen the movie. I love the movie. Again, another one that I've consumed one form of media of and didn't know there was another form of. Tricia also has this book apparently.
Find it. It's that one.
It's really good. It's really
Yeah,
good.
I'm excited, and then I want to get the next one after.
Yeah, it's a good trilogy.
Ashley bought me that book and I have yet to read it because I'm bad.
The next one is an author that apparently we all decided to put on our TBRs. Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood.
Woo!
This has been sitting on my shelf for quite some time. I don't remember where I got this book or when I got this book, but I have read a couple of Ali Hazelwood, and I'm really excited to read this one. She's
That's
a
my
good
sister's favorite.
That's what?
That's my sister's favorite, Ali Hazelwood.
Shout out to you, Vicky!
Shut up, Vicky!
I'm excited. The next one is an author that if you've paid attention to our Instagram or our TikTok, you know that Ashley was on a huge kick from this author. Book Lovers by Emily Henry.
I
I'm
just finished all
super.
her books.
Did you read this one? Was this one of the ones you read?
I read all of her books, all
Okay,
of them.
I'm excited to talk about this with you afterwards. Yeah, this looks like a super good one. I am not proud of the like print. It's so tiny, but it's okay. My eyes will be well rested in the summer, so it's fine. The next one is a book that since I got it, I have seen literally on every booktuber's shelves. I picked this up at a free little library. It's called Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt.
Hmm.
I have seen it literally in the background of about 6 different videos in the last month. I think the booktubers are listening in to me. I don't know. Uh, but yeah, I'm really excited for this one. It takes place at an aquarium.
Ooh.
Ah,
You know what?
exciting.
It's sounding to me like we need to make a trip to the aquarium together.
Ooh, Ripley's
Yeah.
Aquarium?
Heck yeah.
Another trip. We'll just put this as the intro and cut to us at the aquarium.
Oh my gosh.
This next one I think is so funny. I saw this thing that said, "Why are all the books a blank of blank and blank?" Those titles. So like a sea of shadows and bones. And that's so true. All those titles are like that now. I got this one when Tricia and I shopped at the book outlet. It is House of Salt and Sorrows. I can't remember. I know this takes place at a manor by the sea, 12 sisters. I think they're witches, something about a curse. Sounds fantastic. Another great beach read. And the last one is of this section is another book I got at the book outlet. Trisha has the exact same copy at her house. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. This is such a lovely, cute little edition that we picked up, and it's got like these games in the back, and I'm so excited to play these games, the three of us, when we're together next. Stay tuned for that video. All right, so that is the been on the shelf for a while, been staring at me and like, girl, why haven't you read us yet? The next one, ooh,
Oh,
oh,
it's blown out.
oh,
Oh yeah, there you
ooh.
go.
All right. The next set of books I am calling the Chonk Challenge. These are books that are massive. They are between 450 and 600 pages. And I am
Massive.
massive. I know, I know. They're the biggest books that I own on the shelf.
You're very cute.
Thank you. I know I am. These are the thickest, biggest, longest books that I own on the shelf, and I am so excited to challenge myself to read as many as I can through the summer. The first one is Black Leopard, Red Wolf by Marlon James. Um, I am so excited to get this one. I it's a mystery one. It's about like a person that's a tracker or hunter. I don't know. But it looks so cool.
I want to read that when you're done with it.
Okay, I'm running out of spots to put this.
Oh, also that aquarium book, I want to read that when you're done with it.
You got it, girl. The next one is a popular book talk book that blew up on Book Talk a few years back. I'm late to the party, but that's fine.
It's
Quicksilver by Callie Hart.
also on my shelf somewhere. I also haven't read it yet.
Very thick, very thick. The page count is 600 and something. So, she thick. My next one is one that has been on my TBR every month for the last 3 months. When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This is about dragons. I really just
Gorgeous.
You need to get on it.
that's not as pretty, but that's pretty. I know. I really need to get on reading this one. I'm so excited. I know it's about dragons, and that's all I needed to hear. Ugh. The next one, I think Tricia gave me. I don't know. These two are so funny. They'll just like shove books in my hand, and then I show up at home and I'm like, where'd they all come from? It is Stain.
I
That,
did. I
that was
did.
you.
I
Yeah.
did. I did.
By A.G. Howard. I have no idea what this is about, but Tricia understands and Ashley understand my reading preferences. So it was a recommendation from her. So obviously I'm going to love it. All right, so the next one is one of the biggest, chunkiest that I have, and I'm sorry, it's actually more than um 600 pages. It's more than 800 pages. It's
Hell yeah.
more than 900 pages.
Oh,
It is Troubled Blood. This is how big the print is. This book is about a private detective who's visiting his family when approached by a woman asking for help to find her mother who went missing in 1974. I picked this up at the Free Little Library and it sounded so, so good. And oh my gosh, I opened it and the sentence is, tell him to pay his bleeping taxes.
Yeah. Pay your bleeping taxes.
Pay your taxes, person. So I do not know if I'll get to this summer, but I'm so excited to try. And the last one, dedicated to my friend Tricia,
Woo!
for whom the bell tolls.
Yes.
Over 600 pages. I know this made Tricia ugly cry multiple times. I am so excited to read it, and I am so happy and thankful that she bought me a copy. So thanks, love.
Of course. I need you to suffer the way I suffered in the best way possible.
Yes, I will suffer for you.
sorry. Adding that book to my pile.
Heck yeah.
Do it.
Because I got them both a copy because it's so good.
Aw, yeah.
I forgot about it.
Hey, it's fine.
The last and final part, so like part 3 of my TBR, is what I'm calling the series Stampede. It
Mm.
is, I know, I was really creative with these challenges.
You
It's
were.
because I was adding them to my book journal and I wanted like creative names.
That's
So,
so cute.
yeah. So anyway, so the series Stampede are all the series that I'm either in the middle of or series that I'm really excited to read. So I'm going to start with the boxed sets. The first one is a series that I have not read yet, but it looks very like old school Dungeons and Dragons type fantasy situation. And that is the Bartimus Trilogy. I picked this up at the Book Riot and just a moment for all of those magical creatures. It's the Amulet of Samarkand, the Golem's Eye, and Ptolemy's Gate. It looks super cool. Like I said, old school fantasy style. I know nothing about the author, nothing about the trilogy, and I'm really excited. I'm
It's
gonna
cute.
dive right in. The next one I'm so excited to read so I can talk about it with Tricia is the Grishaverse.
Yeah.
I have read Shadow and Bone. And I am now on to Siege and Storm and then Ruin and Rising. So I'm so excited to finish these two and I can talk to Tricia about it.
Ashley's already read them.
Oh my
I
gosh,
also
Ashley's
read
already
them.
read them.
I just talk about them a lot.
I'm just not that into them. That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. We can
She
talk
comes
about
at
it.
it from a different perspective because she didn't like some of the things that I love.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's okay. We're all allowed to love things and not love things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget a lot about them though, because I read them in high school. So
Mm, that's okay. Maybe once we've read them all, then we can watch the show together.
Yes.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Cut to us watching the show.
Yeah, right.
The next one is the third book in a series. I flew through the first two books in a week. And that is Vengeance of the Pirate Queen. I got these special edition covers off of Amazon, and this is the third book in the Daughter of the Pirate King. Daughter of the Pirate King and Daughter of the Siren Queen. They are right here on my shelf, the little sprayed edges over there. They are a duology, and then this follows a separate character from that story in her own story, with the guy who's madly in love with her, and she's like, "Ew, I'm an assassin. I ain't got time for you."
I love that. I thought it was a trilogy.
And so did I, but no, this is its own apparently.
They're all so pretty.
And Trisha's already bought them.
Yeah.
Have they come yet?
Oh yeah, they're in my closet.
Oh
I
yeah,
just
oh
I
yeah,
didn't
girl,
I
oh
didn't want
yeah.
to overload the TBR.
Yeah.
But
I will say,
they will be there.
dying. I will say chapters are very short, very easy to read. I would highly recommend, Ashley, I highly recommend this series to you.
Okay.
If you love Pirates of the Caribbean, you will absolutely love this series. It is Pirates of the Caribbean feminist version. The next series I have not read any of, but I picked up on a Facebook Marketplace purchase with Tricia, the Once Upon a Broken Heart series.
Yay!
She will also be
Yay!
playing Amal, but it's at my house because we own them together.
Yeah, yay!
Oh, I can't wait for you to read them. So good.
I know, I'm so excited. Do I have them in the correct order? Book one is Once Upon a Broken Heart. Book
hmm
two is The Ballad of Never After.
hmm
And book three is A Curse for True Love.
Yep.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Well done.
Good job, me. And then the last two books are of duologies. So I have, and I am so sorry if trigger warning, if you do not like damaged books, turn away. Look,
No.
it's like cut. I bought this at a bookstore and I didn't realize that it was damaged, and I bought it at the cottage, which is 4 hours from my house. So I didn't have time to return it. It's so sad. But it's okay. I'm gonna get another copy. This is Two Twisted Crowns, the second book in the Shepherd King duology. I have One Dark Window up there behind this jar here. And I've already read it. Josh and I actually buddy read it together, my boyfriend, Josh. We both really enjoy it. We loved the world building, the magic system, all that. I know it's a super popular duology right now. If you have not read it, I highly recommend. Very dark, very mysterious, very brooding. But I would highly recommend. So I have wanted to pick up the second one for quite a while. So this is Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig, the second in the Shepherd King
Ooh.
series. And the last and final book is brand new released, I believe the start of June or the end of May. And it is A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle L. Jensen, which is the second book in the saga of the Unfated with the sprayed edges.
So pretty.
I am so excited. I listened to the first one as an audiobook, but I'm so excited to read the second one, and dive right back into this world. It is Vikings. That's one of the worlds that I love to read about the most. And it follows Freya, the main character. And so I'm so excited to read it and see what the second one has in store. All right, y'all. So that was our TBRs. We know it was a lot, but as we said, that is for the months of July and August. Like I said, we do have a couple of trips and fun videos planned for you. All of us together, some of us separately, and we are so excited to bring that content to you. Coming to you, summer 2025. We would love to know what's on your TBRs for the summer. Do you have that planned out yet? Are you kind of like a mood reader and the summer's like a long time to just mood read what you're feeling? What are some new releases that you're excited to indulge in this summer? As always, we'd love it if you'd leave a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button. Follow us on all our social media. We got Instagram, we got TikTok, and let me tell you that social media gonna be blowing up this summer with all the fun things that we have planned for you. As always, thank you for joining us, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!
Bye.
Yo, Josh is bringing that home.
Oh, my baby.